My name is Jose Avalos. I'm the Global Director for Visual Retail at Intel. That includes product categories like digital signage across all the vertical industries, and other product categories like, for example, interactive kiosks, intelligent vending and dispensing, digital jukeboxes, interactive whiteboards for education and corporate, basically platforms that are interactive and integrate large screens into them. We're seeing a number of really interesting technologies, and we're also seeing a confluence of key trends that are creating tremendous opportunities. So I'll start first by talking about technologies. We're seeing some amazing technologies in display, but I will focus more on the media players because that's the area where Intel plays. And this year, we're really excited. We have been working with AOpen and also with Sharp Electronics to create a new specification for media players called Mini OPS. If you recall, a few years back, we worked with NEC and Microsoft to announce the OPS, or the Open Pluggable Specification, which now has really become an industry standard. There's over 40 manufacturers worldwide manufacturing panels and media players that support the OPS specification. In fact, today, over 90% of all the displays from NEC support the OPS specification. So now we're really excited because we're launching this new specification called Mini OPS, which is about half the thickness of the original OPS. And we're demonstrating that solution here at the Digital Signage Expo, both at the Intel booth and also at the Sharp Electronics booth. And if anybody's interested in more information about this solution, they can go to www.intel.com/mini OPS, and you can get a solution brief or the actual spec there. So we're really excited about that new technology. In terms of trends, there are three key trends that are creating tremendous opportunity in digital electronics and the Internet of Things. The first one is that the cost of computing has dropped 60x in the last 10 years. Not 60%, 60 times. And the cost of bandwidth has dropped 40x, 40 times. The cost of sensors has dropped 2x. So when you take all these trends and you combine them, they create a tremendous opportunity for the Internet of Things, for retail, and for digital signage. Now you couple that with the cost of displays and panels dropping significantly over the last few years. So that means that now we can create end-to-end solutions for digital signage that are a lot more affordable, a lot higher performance, and a lot more energy efficient. For folks that are looking to deploy a new digital signage network, you really need to think about what is the benefit of the new offering to every player in the value chain, right? Everybody has to benefit from it, everybody has to abstract value from it. But I think most important, you need to understand what is the value that you're creating for the brand or the retailer or the end user, and how are you impacting the end user? How are you improving the life of the consumer, right? Are you making their life more fun by creating an experience that is a lot more fun? Are you creating more engagement? Are you creating a dialogue with the consumer? Are you making their life more productive? So I think as you look to create new networks, you really need to look at what is the value that you create for the brand or the end user, and how are you improving the life of the consumer? And if you can do that, you're going to be successful. Content is absolutely key in digital signage. You know, when I talk to creative directors, for example, in retail that are running flagship stores, what they tell me is that they really need to upgrade the technology almost every 3 years. But the content, they have to upgrade it or refresh it almost every 2 to 3 months to really keep the consumers interested. So it's really key in this industry to keep the content fresh, to keep the consumer engaged and interested, right? The other advice that I would have for folks that are creating content is that to utilize analytics. Analytics can tell you very quickly whether the content is effective or not. And if you have different pieces of collateral, it can tell you which collateral is more effective with your audience. What I say all the time, at least recently, is that we have two major challenges in our industry. One of the challenges is about developing capabilities for effective measurement so that we can crisply articulate the return on investment of digital signage to brands and end users. And analytics plays a really key role in understanding the effectiveness of advertising over a digital signage network. That is fundamental. As an industry, we really need to figure out how to do effectiveness measurement of advertising over digital signage networks. I think the second big challenge that we have as an industry that we need to overcome together is that we really need to figure out how to address programmatic and how to make every network ready for programmatic. And what I mean by that is just making it really simple and easy for people to buy and sell advertising over digital signage networks. I think that if we can tackle those two key challenges in the industry, effectiveness measurement and programmatic, we can create significant nonlinear growth for our industry. Because today, if you look at the reach that digital signage networks have, for example, in the US, it's estimated that digital signage networks touch about 50% of adults. But at the same time, we're only getting about 2 to 4% of the advertising dollars, depending on what analysts you listen to. So that's a tremendous inequity, right? So if we can solve those problems, I think we're going to see a lot more advertising dollars coming into our networks, and I think our industry is going to grow a lot faster than it's growing today. DSE is really important for us, right? For a number of reasons. One, it allows us to showcase our solutions, and it allows us to showcase the solutions from our ecosystem and our customers. So that's key for us, right? We really want people to understand what is the value proposition of the solutions. What value are we creating for the brand or the retailer or the end user, and how are we impacting the consumer? So that's critical. The other way that DSE really helps me is that in a very short period of time, 2 to 3 days, I can pretty much network and visit with the entire ecosystem and with my customers. If I had to do that one-on-one basis and fly all over the country and all over the world to touch all these people that I touch at DSE, it would probably take me 4 to 6 months. But here, I'm able to visit with everyone in the ecosystem and all of the customers in a period of 2 days. So for me, that's very efficient and very effective. You know, the quality of the audience has really increased. Not only has the attendance increased this year, I mean, our booth is, yesterday it was crowded all day long. You can barely move in the Intel booth, right? People want to come and see our solutions. So the attendance is up. We're also seeing a lot more C-level executives attending. We're seeing a lot more end users attending, and we're seeing a lot of tier 1 brands attending now. So these are all good news for DSE. For me, at a personal level, DSE has been very impactful. You know, I founded the digital signage business at Intel with Raj Mehni and Joe Jensen in early 2009. And when I did that, the first thing I did is I came to DSE. And I met with software companies, hardware companies, system integrators, network operators, basically the entire value chain. I had 27 meetings in 2 days. So I was able to very quickly develop business acumen in this industry by attending DSE. So I think it's, for anybody that is new to the industry and anybody that has been in the industry for some time, this is a very valuable trade show. The quality of the exhibitors, the quality of the attendees, the quality of the solutions, they're all very valuable, and I think they can raise people's business acumen in the digital signage business. DSE, simply amazing.